Hey guys, it's Virtuous Sinner back with another 1 kilobyte roguelike. This one called Fur Hunter by Jakub Debski, the same gentleman who made Bomber Rogue. Bomber Rogue, a very, very fun 7-day roguelike I absolutely loved. I thought it had great tactics involved, some really interesting gameplay. I'm not sure I can say the same about Fur Hunter. But let me tell you why we're playing it first. We just played A Journey to Hell, a 1 kilobyte roguelike. And I wanted to follow up with A Visit in Hell, which is, I've confirmed, the second game in that series. I did go back, by the way, and beat A Journey to Hell. It took me 3 more tries, but I did beat it. Final score of 275, if you can beat that. When I fired up another Visit in Hell, however, I have a security system on my computer, a vast cybersecurity, fairly common free security system, and most of the time it functions fine. When I fire up a roguelike, it often scans it to say, we've never seen this file before. Let's see if there's a virus in it. And 9 times out of 10, it's a 15-second thing and no big deal. But that 10th time or so, it's like, you know what, this file is so rare, we are not sure. So it actually takes my file and sends it into to Avast, the company, where they do another more detailed scan. And then they get back to me and tell me whether or not I'm allowed to play it. Now, I've never seen them say no. But usually it's like 90 minutes or sometimes as much as 24 hours before I actually get the go-ahead and play the game. So I can't play A Visit in Hell right now. If I try and fire it up, it tells me you have to wait. In the meantime, I decided why not fire up Fur Hunter, another 1 kilobyte roguelike that I found. And it ran no problem the first try. So go figure. I don't know what the hell the difference is. Fur Hunter. There are only 9 controls. I guess the number pad is what you use to move. Your 8 cardinal directions and 5 to wait. It bears some striking similarities to A Journey to Hell. You see the monsters right here. We have a C, we have a B. The C, if I hit the C, it will downgrade to a B. If I hit the B, it'll downgrade to an A. If I hit the A, it'll die. So just like A Journey to Hell, that works exactly the same way. In contrast to A Journey to Hell, if a monster hits me, in A Journey to Hell, if a C hit me, it would do 3 damage. And then if I got it down to a B, it would hit me, it would do 2 damage. And an A would do 1. In Fur Hunter, they do 1 damage to me. So it's 1 damage to it if I hit it, 1 damage back to me if it hits me. That simple. I beat this game on my very first try with a score of 60. Your objective is to get to level 8. And at level 8, however much money you've accumulated is your final score. Like I said, I had 60 the first try. My second try, which I tried to record for you, the game crashed. So there are some bugs. I don't know what's going to happen here. My third try, I got so engrossed in telling you about the game that I wasn't paying attention and I actually died. And I find that hard to believe because it seems like it'd be very hard to die in this game. But who knows? Maybe my first game was just really lucky. Maybe there was more health kits than otherwise would be the case. Now, the one last thing I should point out that is different from A Journey to Hell. In A Journey to Hell, if you press a direction, you press the key, but the monster then takes its move. And only after the monster has finished its move does it implement your key press. That's not the case here. This is very much more a traditional roguelike. If I press down, I'll hit the C, it'll turn into a B. I gotta click into the game first, sorry. There we go. It is now a B. It swung back, it did 1 damage. For some reason, your hit points don't show up until you've pressed your first key. We start with 20 hit points. It hit me, so I have 19 hit points. I'm gonna hit it. It's down to an A. I have 18 hit points. I hit it, it's dead. We're on level 1. We have $1 because we killed 1 monster. That's just the last key we pressed. Let's go kill this. Let's grab this first. The only other thing there's to find besides your staircase, the one time the game crashed, the staircase was embedded in an outer wall like this, so I don't know if our game is going to crash again. I then had another game where it didn't crash, the one where I ended up dying, despite the fact that there was a staircase in a wall, so I don't know if that was the key factor or not. Hopefully not. The only other thing there is to pick up, these are corpses. The plus signs. The plus signs are med kits. Step on it, you'll see our hit points will jump from 18 to 23. Every time you step on a med kit, every time you pick one up, you get 5 health. So again, maybe my first game was just exceptionally easy because there were tons of med kits. Maybe there's a random number on the level. Maybe my monsters were easy. Or maybe I just was actually paying attention and not babbling on about how to play the game while I played. I don't know. But the game does not seem that hard. The only key strategy seems to be, can you get in the first blow? Right? Because if you hit an A on the first blow, you'll kill it before it has a chance to kill you. They can cross medkits, okay. Oh, fuck. Because I killed that monster on a medkit, its corpse took the medkit's place. That's an interesting new tactic, I think. Unless my health just jumped up there and you saw it. I think that was the case. Graphically, that was the case. The semicolon took the place of the plus sign. I don't know. Yeah, if you hit an A on your first try, before it has a chance to hit you, then you've killed it. Where if you hit a, well, there you go. If you hit a B, it's going to do 1 damage and then die. If you hit a C, it's going to do 3 damage and then die. So it'll hit you as a B, then it'll, no, 2 damage. Because right, because it only does 1 damage per hit. So it'll do, the B will do 1 and then the A will do 1. So it really is that question. Once you get away from the letter A's, the only question is, do you get in the first hit to minimize the damage you take? To take 1 less damage than you otherwise would. That's it. If it got the first blow in, we would have taken 2 damage. Because we got the first blow in, we took 1. We'll take 1 here. That easy. So tactically, because that combined with the fact that the health kits are prevalent in comparison with a Journey to Hell, where there's only 1 per level, and the timing of picking up health kits is completely irrelevant because it just gives you a flat 5 health. It doesn't matter when you pick it up, as opposed to a Journey to Hell where you're trying to maximize your maximum health. You had a maximum health score in that game, and then pick up the power gem, which is the health kit. This game lacks that strategy, so I'm not sure there's a lot of strategy to it. I want to show it to you anyway for completeness sake. I'm trying to play every free roguelike I can get my hands on. I find the 1 kilobyte roguelikes particularly fascinating because it's just amazing to me that it's been done. And again, a Journey to Hell I found more fun than makes sense to me. Given this 1 kilobyte structure, I would assume it should be a boring game, and it wasn't. I really, really found it intriguing until I beat it, and I still might go back and play it again some other time. I don't know, to see if it's easily repeatable once you've mastered it or not. And then we'll get on to another visit in Hell when we're given permission to do so by Avast. All right, where's that staircase? Let's hope this doesn't crash the game. The only other thing it's interesting to point out, the map is ever present. You unlike a Journey to Hell, you can see the entire map from the start. Possible exception being stairs, which we can only tell where they are because they're taking the place of an outer wall. So there's a gap. Otherwise, it would be a black gap here. I think plus signs show up as black gap as well, like empty space. Yeah, it didn't crash our game that time anyway. But I don't know. Let's let this guy come to us. I gotta not give in to my a Journey to Hell instincts, which is to attack when the monster is 2 squares away. Just trying to be systematic about this, make sure we grab every available plus sign, and I'm not backtracking forever looking for them. If we kind of sweep up the center now, and just a little left of center, and then we'll sweep down a little bit of right of center. You'll note that when you can't see a wall, there is a field of view, in the sense that when you can't see a wall, it turns into a percentage sign. I'm not really sure what the coding purpose in that was. Making floor disappear, of course, makes sense. It shows you can't see this floor and there might be a monster or a med kit there. But the percentage is still a wall. It just means you can't see this particular wall. And why we care that we can't see the wall, I don't know. Monsters can't be in walls. So unless med kits also look like percentage signs when you can't see them, I just don't see the real purpose in hiding those. Or it does make it harder to... Because things are constantly shifting, it's a little distracting. It makes it a little hallucinogenic and a little bit hard to tell if you're missing a plus sign, say. I think that's it. If we're missing one, we'll be sorry, I guess. Level 3. Where am I? Over here. Let's go up. There's a little bit of tactics, yes. And again, when I wasn't paying attention, literally when I stopped paying attention, I did die. And again, that maybe there weren't enough health kits on the first level, and therefore I started on the second level. I died on the second level, I think. And therefore it was extra hard or something. But I think it's also the fact that I wasn't eyeing my hit points. So I suppose you should keep one eye on your hit points and say, hey, if they're getting low, let's not deliberately court monsters. But I know my first game that certainly was not an issue. I don't see. Oh, there's another plus sign. That's about it. That's the level. I think we've killed all the monsters that I can see. So we head to the stairs. I don't remember where they were. Were they left again? I don't remember where the hell they were actually. Let's just let's do like a lawn mowing methodology where we'll sweep down from the top. I know I'm the only one talking here, obviously, but I still always feel like these are somehow two-sided conversations. I'm tempted to say, you know, shout out if you see the stairs, but short of time travel, and I suppose, oh, there we go, missed a plus sign. Time travel to come back to when I'm playing this, and I guess spatial travel as well to end up in my bedroom, which would be scary as hell. You can't really tell me. Can they cross corpses? I don't know. I think they can, but I think they... the AI sometimes doesn't let them come down. Killed a lot of monsters. $28 to get my high score. Whoa, whoa, hey. I fucked that up. I got hurt there. Plus sign. I know I've seen a tiny bit of Jakub Debski's writings about A Journey to Hell. It's the gentleman who made that one, as opposed to Jakub Debski, who made this and Bomber Rogue. And he mentioned he considered the game just a curiosity, not a real game, and I would highly disagree. That's a really fun tactical game. This one I think feels more like an exercise, like and mission accomplished. The goal was to create a roguelike in 1 kilobyte, and that's clearly been accomplished. And as I've said elsewhere, you know, creating any game is an impressive feat. If you know how to code and make a game. Creating a game and giving away for free, I mean, who the hell would I possibly be to complain? So I hope it doesn't come off as my griping about this game. I'm not. It's just I want to play the... Fuck me. Look how many times I danced around that thing. I'm sure I got hurt there and I deserved it. I want to play this, especially in the roguelike field. I want to play as widely as I can to get both a historical perspective and just because they're awesome. They're so much fun. And to flesh out my knowledge of the genre as much as possible, and yours as well, if you're watching. But yeah, this one definitely has a feel of more like an exercise. It's fun. It's fun in the sense of, hey, new roguelike. It's fun in the sense of, as I said, I want to sample as widely as I can. It's fun in the sense of rare. I've never seen another Let's Play of anybody playing this, and I don't know that it's very widely played, and I had to search very hard to find the file itself. But you know, the collector in me is gleeful to be playing it. But I can't say it's got the most fun gameplay. I also can't find the damn stairs now. Where are they? This part grows boring. Where the hell are the stairs? Again, shout out if you see them. There we go. Grab those plus signs as soon as you see them. It may save your life. So you can see the monsters are getting tougher in the sense that they take more damage, and therefore they'll do 1 more damage to me as well, because they will. So he's going to do 5 to me, right? Let's find out. I don't want to get trapped here. There could be consequences to that. All right, this guy. I hit him once, so he did 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage, 4 damage, 5 damage. That's it, yeah. So F's do 5, E's do 4. Blah, blah, blah. Assuming you time things right. I can go kill that F. I know where it is. Now let's keep questing for more plus signs. What level are we on here? 5. We're almost done here. I thought it might have been interesting too if he'd have, even if the only tactic in the game was the following. I thought when I hit level 7, because again, getting to level 8 is your objective, so level 7 is the last level you actually can explore. When I hit level 7, there was a moment where my health was a little lower, and I do mean a little lower, it was still pretty high, but lower than I would have expected it to be at that stage of the game. And the monsters were all bigger letters. And I thought this might be the single tactic or the single teachable moment in this game. Maybe they're just trying to show you not to be greedy. And it was going to be like all the first 6 levels are pretty easy. And the 7th level, if you don't make a beeline for the stairs, you're dead. And I thought that'd be almost like a cool practical joke on the player. And you see who learns the fastest that, hey, you can't just slaughter everything you see. But it wasn't the case. I killed everything on at level 2 and then moved down. The one teachable moment of the game, 2 teachable moments seem to be, 1, hey, you can make a roguelike in 1 kilobyte, and 2, don't kill monsters when they're standing on plus signs. Possibly. I'll have to watch the playback later and see if I got 5 health for that early one. Alright, let's see if we can get through this game without crashing. We're almost done. Let's sweep up the right side this time first. Plus sign. A. Plus sign. When I brought up the curiosity versus exercise thing, the reason I brought that up is to say that for all I know, Mr. Debski is in the same boat as Mr. Wazalewski and views this as purely an exercise. He himself views it as a curiosity that he made to see if it can be done. And again, clearly it can be. As opposed to him, saying him. In other words, I don't know if he would disagree with my assessment of the tactical absenteeism. The absence of tactics. Or the minimal tactics, I shouldn't say absence. An H, that's a tough monster, I guess. It would do what? If the F did 6, then the G would do 7, then the H would do 8 damage to me. Assuming I get the first blow in. 9 if I don't. Alright, I think we've gone through the level. The question is where were the stairs? And keep an eye out because it's easy enough to miss a plus sign buried in the hashtags and the asterisks. Or not the asterisks, the percentage signs. Get some water. If I've been calling them asterisks all this time, I apologize. Where the hell was that damn staircase? Pardon me. There we go. This is the last level we got to clear. K, it's not a kobold. It's just a letter K. That might be the toughest monster I've seen. And there might be. I mean, again, it might be possible. Mathematically, it's hard to say. Are there enough monsters in this level to kill me if I don't find more health packs? And I mean, that K is going to do a lot of damage. I shouldn't fight it yet. I should at the least go looking for more plus signs. There we go. I guess there's some tactics there too. You might want to dodge around and find all the plus signs you can. Oh, an L. Jesus Christ. That's a tougher monster. It's not a louse if you're a Moria fan. The D is not a dog if you're a Warlock or Firetop Mountain fan. I forget what else has D for dog. That was another L. So we could theoretically die if we're not careful. I mean, I don't know. It depends on what monsters are out here and it depends if there's more plus signs. We know where the stairs are. We are now tied with my highest score. Can I beat my old high score? And that's a question too. Right? We've killed every monster we've come across. Is there any more monsters? If there's not, then 60 is the high score whether I want to keep playing or not, And is it always 60? Are there 60 monsters per game? In which case, even the high score system is not something you can self-compete against, Not sure. I'm not seeing any more monsters, nor am I seeing any more plus signs. Alright, I think we're down to 60 points. I think that's the end of the game. Okay, guys. I'm going to go down to the staircase and show you what happens. If I can find that staircase again, it was somewhere around here, wasn't it? There it is. All right. Off we go. There you go. We're on level 8. If I press any key, the game will shut. So that's really how you play. You know, if you want to give it a... I'm going to include a link to the game, as I always do. And if you want to give it a shot, by all means do so. It's interesting in the sense that it's a piece of roguelike history. It's a 1 kilobyte roguelike. It was out there. Somebody put their time into it, and it's you know, it's mildly fun for the first time when you're trying to figure it out. Although if you just watch me, you figured it out. Beyond that, it's probably not the type of game you're going to come back to very often. I'm not sure how easy it is to lose unless you're completely babbling and unlucky, I guess. I don't know how the hell I died that one time. All right, I'm going to be back next with another visit in hell, unless that game takes forever to come back and I happen to find another 1 kilobyte roguelike to fill the time. I'm not going to engage in anything else besides 1K BRLs until such time as we've beaten another visit in hell. All right, talk to you later. Let me press a key and see what happens. Yep, it crashed. See ya.